Hi, you might be thinking that electric heaters dry the air more than other types of heaters, and you would be wrong. How did that mindset even come to be? Who started this nonsense? Because it is nonsense. Unless it is not for a good reason that I couldn't comprehend. Just to be clear, an electric heater is just a resistive piece of wire that heats up when electricity passes through. You can help me comprehend in the comments if you think I'm wrong and you're not afraid of me making a video ridiculing your wrong reasons. Go ahead, leave a comment. I'm joking. Of course, I don't really think there is a good reason, but who knows, I may learn something, so let me know. And we can all learn a ton of math, science, and computing from my sponsor Brilliant through their highly interactive courses. Follow my link brilliant.org/electroboom and start learning. Now back to electric heaters removing humidity. Some of you may say, we didn't think like that to start with. Well, I have seen at least 4 people telling me that. 2 contractors told me that I'm better off not having electric baseboard heaters because they dry air more. And then 2 random friends. First time I heard it, I was like, I am hit by new information. Right away I asked myself, but where would the humidity go? After which, I confronted the person who provided the information. Anyway, if you think an electric heater dries air more, then ask yourselves, where would the air moisture content go? Does electricity make it disappear? No! Would it somehow suck the moisture out of the air? How? You might say, well, maybe water vapor condenses more on an electric heater compared to other heaters, and that's how more moisture is removed from the air. In which universe water vapor condenses on a hot surface? Huh? I don't always get angry. Oh no, wait, I do. I have also heard this argument that maybe electrolysis breaks the water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. Really? If you recall, for electrolysis, we need a continuous body of water and 2 electrodes with high enough voltage difference to break the water molecule. Well, maybe not a voltage that high. Not a continuous heater wire with a molecule or drop of water on it. Wow! Even if that was true, wouldn't that fill your room with explosive H2 and O2 gases? You would turn on your light and... Dang it! I knew I shouldn't have used an electric heater. No, none of these happened. So it's just a false misconception created by the Big Mama Corporation. Yes, I bet it's one of those lies parents tell their kids to stop them from doing something. Like maybe electricity was expensive and they preferred burning wood. I remember when I was a kid, I would remove crust of breads and someone told me if I wasted them, they would turn into snakes and hunt me in my dreams. So I kept eating the crusts. But those snakes never stopped hunting my dreams. Let me know in the comments what lies you were told as kids to make you change your behavior. I have a list of my own. I don't know why some people assume kids can't handle the truth and lying to them is the best way to go. Okay, now that we established the fact that electric heaters don't directly make the air moisture disappear, let me tell you why a warmer, closed space is drier. In a closed room with a certain air moisture content, if you warm up the air, the moisture content doesn't change, but the air's capacity to hold moisture increases because it's warmer. So it tries harder to vaporize any humidity it can find. So with the same moisture content, a warmer air will suck the moisture out of your skin and you will feel drier. That's why there's something called relative humidity that depends on the air pressure and temperature and moisture content and stuff. 100% relative humidity doesn't mean that you are swimming in water. It means that the air is holding the maximum amount of moisture it can at a given temperature and pressure and such. Any moisture above that just condenses. It is related to temperature, so air at 10%, 50% or 100% relative humidity holds less amount of moisture measured at grams per cubic meters than the same levels of humidity at a higher temperature. But the fun part is, say 50% relative humidity feels the same on human skin at any temperature. Well, the temperature feels different, But 40 to 60% relative humidity is always the more comfortable zone no matter the temperature. Sounds confusing, but that's not all. The airflow helps remove more moisture from your skin, and that makes you feel like the air is drier. And none of those has anything to do with the type of the heater. So you're sitting in a closed room with a fixed moisture content. You warm up the air with whatever heater. With the same moisture content, the relative humidity drops, and so the air feels drier. If you use wood fireplace, the room air is forced out of the chimney and fresh air replaces it. And depending on the moisture content of the fresh air, the room can feel drier or more humid. When you have a type of fireplace where it sucks the room's oxygen, you must have a vent to let the fresh air in. That's why old wood fireplaces are a bunch of inefficient, air-polluting, oxygen-depriving, fire hazard garbages that people mostly use because they provide a cozy ambience. So, a water heater radiator or an electric heater in a closed room won't make a difference. But if you have one of those heaters that blows air on you, it will make you significantly drier because of the flowing air, not because the heater is electric. That might be why some people think electric heaters dry you more, because they can be of the portable type that you can put close to yourself and get locally much warmer. And they can blow air, both contributing to a much drier bubble around you. But you would achieve the same results if you could use a warm water heater the same way. Electricity has nothing extra to do with the moisture removal. You get it? Stop dragging electricity's name through the mud. It's okay, darling. They apologize. Why is this still plugged in? Well, I hope you learned something today. That at my sponsor Brilliant, you can learn a ton of knowledge from intermediate level all the way to professional level in fun and exciting ways. Because interactivity is a key tool in learning. You know you need to know more in any subject of math, science, or computing for your work, school, or hobby. And Brilliant's focus on interactivity removes the challenges of learning and makes it fun, which is how complex information sticks in your brain. One of the most important things anyone should improve in themselves is scientific thinking, which is what I use when I receive new information, like in this video. Brilliant provides tons of interactive lessons on the inner workings of the world around us. And when you know how things work, you won't just accept any information thrown at you, but you analyze, understand, and reject or accept or improve it. So head on to brilliant.org/electroboom to get started for free on many courses already. And the first 500 people will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription and learn those things you always wished you knew better. And as always, thank you for watching.